Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Creative Cosplay Corner. We have a theme today for our particular guest. Our guest comes to us today, but he has taken on, not only as a veteran himself, but he has taken on the role of his character in a very high fashion. I'd like you guys to meet Navy Montel. Well, now that we know what Montel is bringing to the show, let's get right to it. I'm Cable Rose. I'm your host and uber fan of all things cosplay. I found Montel just a few months ago, and as soon as I did, I wanted to reach out, and I started watching his YouTube. I started listening to his podcast. I really started to get into what it is and why he does what he does. So let me stop talking, and let me bring Montel on. Montel, welcome to the show, and come on, sir.
Thank you, good sir. How you doing, Cable?
I am doing quite well. How are you?
Another day in paradise as always. Can never complain.
Never complain. Well, do me a favor. In the montage and in our background, we kind of saw what you do as a cosplayer and who you cosplay. Can you tell us why this particular character and how? How'd you get into this character?
Wow. Actually, the story was, I think about it later, it's always hilarious because I've always wanted to get into cosplay. From the time I did Gandhi at 18 in high school for my final project in one of my classes, which got me an A+ walking in the door, I always explored,
I love it.
So I always explored that I can never find the right. It wasn't until 2014, I went to Dragon Con with a bunch of friends of mine. First time ever going to Dragon Con. Forever one of my perennial favorite conventions ever. And I just saw everyone with their costumes. I said, I want my own cosplay. So my friend Chris, who always does Nick Fury, which is a phenomenal Nick Fury, he said, well, I got a costume. If you want it, you can have it. I was like, cool. He never told me the character. He just told me the cosplay. So we come back from the convention. I've been thinking about it for days. I'm hyped about it. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it's going to be mine. Yeah. So he shows it to me. And as soon as he showed it to me, I lit up. I said, is that Patriot? He said, yeah. I said, gotcha. And I've always been a fan of this character because of the lineage that he's a part of and the family ties and his reason to become a hero and how he got to that part. And there's so many depths and levels to this character. And there's a history that a lot of people don't even realize by Bradley. So I said, yeah, this is mine. So he transitioned from where he was now to where he is now. And I'm proud. I'm really proud of it.
Well, I love your portrayal. There's some great pictures in your montage. If we'll get people to we're going to put your name on the screen here. I want people to go to your page. I want them to come see you and see, not only is it a con, right? You do cons. Not only is it some of the charities, some of the things you do to support people, but even like the one in your cubicle, man, you're at work and you are rocking the Patriot. And it's just, I don't know what you do. I don't want to say if we can say it online or not. I don't want to say, but man, if your office supports you guys showing up like that for an event or showing up like that for whether it's Halloween or whatever that was, man, that is absolutely stunning to be able to do that and walk through the office as the Patriot. What's that feel like?
That was phenomenal. I really felt like I was in a convention and people were watching me for the first time party, and it was a costume contest.
Okay.
So of course, I have to come represent. I'm not sitting in my closet talking about, should I be normal? Nah, you going to work with me. So I'm getting full gear, full regalia, getting in my car, driving. I even stopped to get gas. And that's always funny because people don't know how to act. So I look around, they look at me and go, how you doing? Keep pumping the gas.
Yeah.
Captain America. Hey, wrong character. So I get to the office And I'm going from the bottom floor up the elevator onto my floor, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, Captain America's amazing!" I want to scream so bad, but someone finally got it right. And said, "That's Patriot. Thank you."
Yes, yes,
Ah, yes.
yes,
Blood
yes.
pressure is decreasing now. Thank you. Ah. And it was such a blast, and I won that costume contest surprisingly.
Surprising. Yeah, look at that. No, humble moment right there. You said I won that one. I like it.
I wasn't expecting to win. I got the chance to wear my cosplay in the work. That's off my bucket list now. I'll be like, got it, done.
So Montel, I think it's a great origin story. I think as a veteran yourself, your service line, your 20 years, and again, I appreciate your service and your commitment to what you did for all those years. And I also like the fact that you continue with that, because this is a personal character for you. It is a personal character for a lot of people, and then the portrayal of that needs to be somebody that holds this character high. So I really appreciate your effort into holding on to what Captain Bradley's about and how this rolls. So do me a favor, though. You're doing a lot more than just the cosplay. So this room that you're in, I like you call this your office, right? Your man cave. I like this, your office back here. And you've got some very powerful characters behind you. You've got Black Lightning, you've got Cage, Panther, you've got all of the Spider-Verse up there. You've got your A versus X. Was that Avengers versus X-Men?
Yes. Avengers versus X-Men. That was a very that was really a really good story. It was really a good story.
I play a tabletop called HeroClix, and that was one of our sets was Avengers versus X-Men, and we used to play that set as well. So that's when I saw it back there. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
You mean this?
What? Yes, that's my jam. I'm coming. I'm coming to you. I'm gonna get my tote, and I'm coming to you. We're gonna throw down one weekend, and we're gonna throw down.
Sir, I'm down. I got 3 or 4 of them. I even have my Go Ready set ready to go. We got my chips. I got my dice. I'm ready.
All right.
I've been dying for a game.
So as soon as I move to Florida and we get settled, I told my wife, I said, I might take some road trips, but I'm heading up the coast, and I'm coming to you, sir. So we're doing this.
Done deal, my friend. Done deal.
Do me one more. And one, that's awesome. I love kick-ass HeroClix fans across the country. So that's awesome. But do me a favor, though. You're doing a lot more with your time and your passions. So we talked about it just before we came on. And you've got a couple different platforms you're doing. What are they? You're looking at YouTube, podcasting. What else are you involved with right now in putting out there? What is your intent?
Well, one of the reasons why I started YouTube was simply there were people out there who were talking about the things that we love, comics, anime, cartoons, TVs, things like that, but they were not of our age range, if I could put it that way. Young people, vibrant, excited. Oh, I saw this movie. I saw this. And I'm like, that is way too much sugar in the morning. Okay, I need to find something a little more on my level. So I said, I want to start a YouTube channel, and I wanted to talk about things that I love, but from my perspective and from my experience. So 2013 was the start of my YouTube channel called Rogue Catnip, which was a Navy name that was given to me. That was a Navy nickname. That was such a weird transition. People ask me, where'd you get that name from? I said, for some reason, I had this ability to calm people down, and they called me Rogue Catnip. I was like, oh, and it stuck. So that has been me all these years. I have a podcast called Blurticorn Speaks. That is another passion that I'm so blessed to have started. My friend Angie, she is Miss Angie Eats on Instagram. She's the same age range as me, but she takes it from more of a librarian, bibliophile side of it, whereas I'm more of the massive geek side. So we converse. We love the same things, but we have different takes on it.
Sure.
So that conversation comes together with the differences and the similarities. And it's been wonderful to have that discussion. Again, another platform where people of my age can hear people of my age talk about the things that we like, where it's not so sugary and so enthusiastic. Because let's face it, you want to turn on something, you want to listen to it and not be irritated by it. It's true. I swear.
I hear you.
So you know what I'm talking about, though. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, like,
Yep.
I don't want sugar in my coffee that early in the morning. Now, just give it to me straight. Just give it to me straight. Just give it to me straight. Give me the shot. I'm good.
But it's a double shot of coffee, but it's no sugar. It's a double shot of coffee, but it's no sugar.
Let me hype myself up. How about that? Let me hype myself up.
I like it.
I go to different. I'm an avid con goer, but I only go to certain conventions because that's where I can get certain vibes. I love San Diego Comic-Con. I'm a department head for a convention called BlurredCon. This would have been our 4th year. I am the tabletop gaming room department head, so I run all of that, running tournaments, board game library. I even have a vendor in there who sells game supplies and things like that, board games and things. So I made it as inclusive as possible. And this convention is just a celebration of everybody who loves what we love, but are in the more how can I say it? I'm not for lack of a better term.
Just say it.
Color and of different of different color and different ethnic backgrounds, sexual orientations, and gender identification. Basically, we're inclusive. We include everybody. And this would have been our 4th year. It was going to be amazing. I already had a lot of plans. I was even going to have a HeroClix demo and tournament for beginners. I was hyped about that. It's like Corona just said, no, I don't play, so you don't get to play. Doggone it, lady. Really? Okay, fine.
WizKids needs to make a coronavirus click, and we can add it into the sets for 2021.
No, I don't want any reminders. I don't want,
no, but then you get to bring your gauntlet in, and you get to bring all your characters in, and we can beat coronavirus up in the game. I think that'd be hilarious.
I'll bring Cthulhu, put him on the table, go, all right, now there's you.
That's right.
Cthulhu versus Corona. There you go.
Bing Fang Foom and a Galactus, a 20-inch tall Galactus and a Watchman, right? We'll bring
Onslaught as backup just in case.
That's right. I love it. So BlurredCon, where's BlurredCon located? Where's that based out of?
BlurredCon based out of Washington D.C. It happens every July at the Crystal City Hyatt Regency. It's a 3-day 24-hour convention, which means there's something going on around the clock from Friday until basically Sunday night. Wow. And even into the next morning where people are checking out of the hotels, people are still doing stuff. It's been amazing these few years. I've always wanted to be a part of a convention, but when that was presented to me at DragonCon in 2014, not 2014, but 2016, I wanted to be a part of it automatically. And 2017 was our first, small but very personal, very, very welcoming. And I love that. Granted, first time cons, you're going to get all the kinks, you can get all the mistakes and everything, and all the haters and stuff. So that's fine. Hate if you want, but we're still going to keep doing this because we need a place to come to. There aren't many conventions that involve everyone. And I'm sorry for saying it. Sometimes you have some that are they're more racially focused on a specific demographic, and you can't just not include everybody. Oh no, we're only going to appeal to this certain demographic and we'll just exclude you. Why? They are just as important as they are. So that was one of the main reasons why. But BlurredCon, you come as who you are, you be who you are, and you are welcomed as you are. And you still get to talk about anime and comics and cosplay and gaming and all the sort of stuff. It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful.
Well, Montel, it's been wonderful talking with you. There's a term I've learned. I'm kind of new to the full-blown cosplay. I've done it for years in small sectors and small little venues, but this is my first time really diving in. But cost positive, I like this term, cost positive, where it doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what your background is, your demographic, your orientation, anything. We're just positively supporting anyone that wants to be a part of it. And I'm glad to know that I'm glad to know that BlurredCon is out there in regards parts of that as well. So that's a huge impact I think you and your group, your team are having on the cosplay community. So I think that's really awesome. And I know it's more than cosplay, but I like to say that as well, because we're coming there dressed up. We're coming there and I'm still going to go game, but I might be dressed up like, you know, Man Bear Pig in my costume, but I'm going to go play Hero Clicks while I'm sitting there dressed up, you know? So
absolutely. Well, then I expect you at BlurCon next year, because we're going to meet at the table, sir. We're going to meet at the table.
I'm bringing my dice, and I've got my to-go team as well. I've got a couple of them ready to go. Now I've got one strategic team, and I've got one I just like to go in there and just like guns blazing, pew pew pew, and just run around the board. I'm having a good time. So I've got both of them ready to go.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I have one team that's I'm able to interchange whomever I want based on the strategy, and I have the other one. And that's what it does. It makes them laugh.
I love it. I got a buddy of mine, I've been playing almost 15 years with him, and he never knows what he's going to get. He doesn't know if I'm going to get strategery or if I'm just going to come in there and just bowl over the board. And I might lose. I lose 9 out of 10 games, and it doesn't bother me. I just have a good time and you know, roll my dice and just see how it goes, man.
Exactly. This is what it's all about. And the smile on their faces when they see how the game is played and how in depth it can be, but it's not difficult. That's why I love that game. And I'm forever a clicks player.
I always call it chess with superheroes, because it's still a movement and it's still a certain process. You know, your horse can only do certain things in chess, and your rook can only do certain things. Same with your characters. They can only do certain things.
True.
I always explained it as chess with superheroes. So
I always called it cosplay chess.
I like that too. I like that. Listen, Montel, it has been an absolute joy having you on this morning. I look forward to connecting the cosplay community to you, to your page, to your platforms. We're going to put all of your links. We're going to put all of your contact. We're going to put everything we can, both on screen and in the link, in the YouTube link. We want to get people to get to what it is you do and why you do it. So I appreciate you coming on the show, and I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you for inviting me. It's been an honor to be on here and have a chance to chat with a fellow vet who's just...
I think I lost you, but I'm going to hold on 1 second. My audio and my video. Well, I'm going to continue. I'm going to say thank you to everybody being here for today's episode of Creative Cosplay Corner. I'm Cable Rose. This has been maybe Montel or Montel Thompson. Oh, are you there? That's going to be a fun.
You did say
that's going to be a fun recording, because it was coming back and showing me that you were gone, and then it came back. I got all the way up to you were just saying thanks for being here, and it was a blast to be on. And then I literally have a little rollout, a little B-roll, and I'm done. And that's really was perfect timing. I'm glad that we got 98% of it done. So I'm glad, and I'm going to leave that blooper in there because I love real bloopers and stuff. I love it in there.
Gosh, not a problem, my man. Hey, it was awesome to be on here. Thank you for the invite.
Hey, man, seriously, it was a good time. And to everybody on the episode, thank you for being a part of today's viewing. Make sure you check out Navy Montel, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side.